Let me back up because now I look all big and close and stuff, man.
Well, we live now.
Yeah, I know we live, man. I'm trying to adjust myself, just like a dude. Just the wrong head. Oh man, what's up, y'all? It's your boy Sincere. Sincerely speaking, we late. Only 10 minutes. Actually, really ain't late because this is normal. So looky here, we got the queen on here. We ain't do the fellas today. We got the queen on here. We gonna go over these survey responses, and of course, I'm just gonna call you BJ today. We ain't gonna.
Don't start me on the hole, man.
Blow job.
Is that what we're doing today? Let's get with it.
That's why.
What'd you just call him?
Blow job.
Oh,
yeah, she's a subject matter expert, so she just wanted to put that out there. Let's get started.
Wow.
Let's get started.
All right. That time that clearly y'all been friends for a while.
Facts.
But okay, so I will call it how it is. Mr. Penis Permission Slip himself.
Yeah.
In the building. And then we about to try to pull up Miss Erica Clark. So I'm gonna try this again. She's waving, so clearly she can see us this time, and she probably can hear us this time. So let's hope that this works. We bring you
call her Erica Locke before you get in trouble. There she goes.
We can hear you now. You can hear us? We good?
Yes.
Okay. Now we are live, so we already started.
Okay.
All right. So basically, we about to go over these topics here. Let me see. My brother just asked if it's a different one. A nice shirt. Who has on a nice shirt?
Who?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking my brother. He just said somebody got on a nice shirt.
He's definitely talking about Lark. There's cleavage on the screen.
No.
Not dumb. So we're gonna jump this off basically to kind of give a rundown of what happened. Clearly, if you've been following the show, we've had talked about topics of females and some men making comments about men paying bills or being in control of paying all the bills, so on and so forth. So I just kind of came up with a short survey. It was 8 minutes. Took about 3 minutes was the average time it took. Clearly, we won't get through it all today because men had one and women had one. Rich said, "What up, Queen?"
Hey, Blackout.
But basically what we're gonna do, we're gonna kind of bounce around in regards to the questions, and go over the percentages that came back on them. So I'm gonna start with the first question here. Let me pull that up. And I'm at the word it for both. So the first question was for women. Hold on. There we go. It said, which would you rather? It said, which would you rather be for women, and for the men, it stated, which would you rather your wife be? Was the question. And then let's bring up the actual responses that you can choose from. So basically, it was a stay-at-home wife with no income, a working wife who spends her income how she wants, when she wants, a working wife who equally contributes financially for the family, a working wife who contributes wherever needed, and then there was other. And for the ladies, in regards to those, so 3% said that for the ladies that they would want to be a stay-at-home wife with no income. For the men on that one, it was actually 10% was fine with their wives staying at home with no income. A working wife that spends her income how she wants, when she wants. For the women responded, they stated 6%. And this is all, of course, out of 100. So 6.45% said that they would want to work and spend their money how they want to. For the men, they actually stated actually about the same. 6.9% chose that. I was actually shocked about this one a little bit. For the women and the men, they were really close. Basically, they both rounded up to about the exact same. For the working wife who equally contributes financially for the family, both of them were about 68.
Face, Queen, in your face.
about 68% for both. The men wanted a wife that works and equally contributes, and women actually agreed majority of the time. And then the working wife who contributes wherever needed, there was 16% of women that agree with that. 13% of the men were okay with that. And then only the women actually chose other. There was 6% that chose other. And in my opinion, the two responses that I got, and one was, somebody responded, it said 3:02 a.m. I don't know what they was doing, but they said there'd be a working wife and a helpmate, and the other one stated a working wife who contributes regularly but not necessarily equally, which in my opinion, and that's just me, that could fall underneath the working wife who spends her income how she wants, when she wants. So both of those could. So that was a whole lot I just spit out there. Queen. Yeah, I'm calling you out.
Yes.
Why?
So do you need me? Okay, so we're going to do this. Because, Erica, I know you missed it. So we were actually going to answer these questions and give our actual answers. Because I did the survey. I'm not sure if you had a chance to do it or not.
Yeah, I did it too. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So are you okay giving your answer? Me and BJ, we like whatever.
No, let me have at it. I got it.
Okay. So
all right.
We'll start with you first. What was your what did you choose? Because Queen over here being a punk.
Thank you.
over here acting like a poor gesture today.
And she does this all the time.
I know.
Shots fired.
No. But I personally chose to equally contribute. I believe that in a household, the man is the head of the household. I absolutely agree with that. But it should definitely depend on the relationship that you guys have. I feel like a lot of females probably lied on this one. I really do. I'm not even gonna lie. Because if we have bills to pay, of course we should have, in my opinion, a joint account to where all those bills are being paid out of that. We can both put in the same amount of money. Now, if my husband or whoever makes substantially way more than me, and he's going to have a lot more money left over after the bills are paid, some females might feel some type of way about that. They say they want to equally contribute, but what if your paycheck is way less than your husband's or whatever? So I don't have a problem with that. I don't believe in the stay-at-home mom. Really, I feel like everybody should bring in their own income. If you just stand at home, and yes, it is hard work if you got to take care of kids, clean the house and all that, but you should still be bringing in some type of income.
Okay. Queen, we still picking on you. You next.
That's fine. I'm going to say what I have to say. I did select that I would rather be a working wife who can spend my money as I want to.
Okay.
As I want to can include where needed. If there's something, and it's not just about shopping or just going out there and just blowing it. Me and my husband, we have a joint account. However, if there are things that I desire, I have that ability to do so. Because that's what, like with my household, there is no, you put 50, I put 50, because it's coming from one pot. It's our money. So ultimately, the bills are coming out. My check go in there, his check go in there, and that's where the money is. But it's not, do you have 50 on this? And when the bills get paid, they get paid. They coming out the same pot. However, if there's things that I want to do, I can do that. But I work for it. I was a stay-at-home wife, and I did have the ability to do certain things that I wanted to do. And I did that by choice until I became bored. And then I say, I'm going to go out there and I'm going to do something with my time that will bring back some type of financial gain for myself. But again, that's me. I'm not necessarily working to make sure my half of are covered. I'm contributing to my family. And that's just what it is. And I'm contributing to me as well. I am going to be able to do the things that I want to do. So that's just ultimately it. I'm not selfish with the money. Because we got one pot and everything is paid out of that one pot, including the things that I like to do.
I got a question.
Yes.
So you said you would be the wife that contributes however, but you also said that y'all have one pot. So wouldn't that mean that wouldn't it mean all your money going in one pot? So how do you contribute however if all your money going in that one pot?
But what I'm saying is we don't focus on having separate accounts, and I'm going to take $100. If we have a $200 bill, I'm going to take $100 and I'm going to put it toward that bill. And you're going to take $100 and put toward that bill. You have people out here who are working. Husband is working, wife is working, and that's all it is. We're just working to pay bills. I chose that because I do work to be able to do the things that I enjoy doing. At the end of the day, I'm still working. And the options on the survey was whether you're pretty much working or you're not. And I'm working, but I'm able to do the things that I enjoy to do. Because it's both of us. We have that pot, and whatever's coming out of that pot is whatever's coming out the pot. And that's it.
All right, Queen, you're fired. BJ. Hey, look, you're not getting a paycheck this week, okay? Even though I don't pay you anyway, but still. All right, so BJ, before I have you go, let me see. There's really no comments on this yet, but Nisha did say, "Aw shucks, we got women on the panel."
Hey.
We try to have some fun this week. All right, so let's see. And then Feliz actually responded to yours, and he actually stated, "Is that still 50-50 if you putting 100 on a bill and he's putting 100 on the bill?" Sounds like 50-50 to me.
I didn't say that I was putting 100 on the bill and he's putting 100 on the bill. Because we're married, we don't have separate accounts. You have married couples that have separate accounts and they doing I got 100, you got 100. We don't do that. I don't care where the damn money go. As long as when I reach in that pot, I can do the things that are beneficial for myself. For some me time, whether it be a spa, I want to get my nails done, whatever the case may be. Everything comes out of this pot. Whether it's taking care of the kids, taking care of the home, whatever it is, everything is coming out of this pot. You can call it
spicy right now.
You can call it 20-80. You can call it whatever it is that you want to.
Everything. You say 20-80? 80-20?
80-20.
I got you.
20-80.
It's the same thing.
It's the same thing.
I was thrown off. My bad. All right, so before I have you go, BJ, Rich said that's how it's supposed to be.
Thank you.
And then BJ, your response, sir.
First thing first, if you got two people and y'all putting everything in a pot, it's a collaborative effort. If we broke that down, that's 50-50. Now, if your 50 doesn't equal my 50, then so be it. But in real life, it's 50-50. And that's fine. Like, I ain't got no problem with it. We ain't necessarily got to monetize it. But if you're taking your paycheck and then I take my paycheck and we throw it in the pot and we do what we got to do out of it, then it's a collaborative effort. That's number one. Number two, nobody wants to drag anybody along through life. Like, you're a liability. You're a bill if you don't contribute. If you were not with me, you'd be in the same boat. You'd be required to support yourself. You'd be required to pay bills. So just because we got married should not excuse you from a responsibility to contribute to your own welfare. And some people feel that way. Like it becomes the husband's job to order. Now, I didn't say you. Calm yourself.
Queen shaking her head. Uh-oh. Let's have a fight.
You said let him fight? No, but some people feel that way. Like, it's my husband's job to make sure that I have a place to live. It's my husband's job to make sure that these bills get paid. It's my husband's job to make sure these cars are running. It's my husband's job to make sure that I can go shopping. And that's fine. That's cool. No. It's fine that you feel that way. The problem is when he feels like he's the only one doing a job in the relationship and disposes of you, then it's on you. Now you out here assed out because you felt like you were entitled to not taking care of yourself, and you're going to end up in a bad position. I can't get with it. If I ain't got a teammate, you can kick rocks and go live out your fantasies on your own. I can't do it.
Queen,
I ain't got no problem with your scenario though, Queen. I ain't got no problem with your scenario in which we put everything.
I do.
No, I said with everything in the pot. Like if it's me and you and everything in the pot, I'm fine with that. That's cool. I'm talking about that other percentage that feels like it's all my job and they just supposed to be pretty, give a little head and go shopping.
No.
Kill yourself. I ain't got nothing for you.
No.
Hey, you might not even get head.
I'm sorry.
You right.
The thing is, it's to each its own. If you have a man who is the primary breadwinner, and if he wants to do that with his spouse, then he should be able to do that. And I don't think that there's wrong with a woman, because women have jobs too. People want to downplay housewives and what women do and what women carry. It's not just sitting at home shopping, kicking your feet up. You're not doing anything. Just because you don't contribute financially does not mean that you don't contribute. Because there may be other ways that you are contributing to the household. And it may not just mean financially. You may be taking care of children, dropping kids off at karate and soccer and cooking and cleaning and doing everything else and being a helpmate to your man or to your woman if you want to do it the other way around.
So you cool with that?
You can do all that and still make money.
Stay-at-home dad, being a soccer dad, cleaning, cooking, whatever.
Hey, y'all jumping ahead. That's another question.
No, money is not necessarily everything. If you have a stable foundation, and just because, like I said, you're not contributing financially, if that woman has gone off and had a baby and you kick her ass back out next week to go to work because possibly at this moment she can't. She just had your child. She has to make sure that your home is together. She has to make sure that your children are brought up. She has to make sure that she is providing a heaven for you. So it's not just about financial gain or what you can contribute financially. Because now this woman done went out, you done made her go out here and work. Now you coming home and you expecting her to do everything else while you lay your ass up because you feel like you worked harder than she has. So there's still roles in the household, and it's not just financially. So if you have a man and a woman who agree that I am going to be the breadwinner as your husband, I'm going to make sure that I'm doing the heavy lifting, that I'm making sure that this house and these bills are taken care of, and the only thing I expect for you to do is raise my children, teach them, educate them, love them, take care of home. That's anybody.
Then that's the first option. That's the housewife option.
Yo, chill. Agreements are different than expectations. Now that was real cute how you tried to change the narrative, but I'm not allowing it. We're not doing it. No. You tried. What you did was inject stuff that wasn't in the question. Within this question, you had to choose which you think was more appropriate. Now, 60% of people, which I'm surprised on both sides of the field, was like, hey, you need to contribute. And the truth of the matter is nobody that's my equal should try to force me to suffer alone, carrying all the burdens of everyone. I didn't say that you can't contribute outside of money, but this question is directly in relation to your financial contributions. So we're going to talk about financial contributions. And while you're talking about women that stay at home and take care of kids and keep my house together, that's fine because I'm carrying groceries, opening doors, shoveling snow, mowing grass, and all of that shit too. So let's stay focused on the one thing that we can all agree on. Should your ass commit to paying bills? Yes.
This BJ been waiting to argue with somebody. I can tell. This has been it's been a build up. He's been waiting for this.
I've been arguing with him since 8th grade.
I can't even do it. So okay, so we beat this up, and I'm sure the next one is going to be very interesting. But I'm gonna hit these top comments real quick. So hold on. So Danielle states, I think there should be a joint account for bills, and then his account, her account. Let me see. Keep scrolling up. I saw Kane say, "Yeah, man," but I'm not sure what he was referencing there. Blackout said it would be 100 if you're putting in 50 means you hiding some.
Mm-hmm.
And then Felice said the same thing, 100. Let's see. Kane said facts. Got another one from my cuz. Eli said true, 100, 100. Danielle came back and said, amen, BJ. And you got to be the pastor today since the pastor is on the hotline.
Yeah, he gave me his handkerchief when he get that white stuff.
Oh my!
Rosie says she agrees with BJ. Let's see. Rich Blackout came back, said she better be. Then he said, "You right, Queen." I don't know which part he referencing there.
All of it.
Danielle came back and stated it would be okay if it was the other way around. A woman cannot work and let a man stay home. Nope. We ain't even there yet, but we know your answer to that question. Let's see. I'm gonna keep scrolling up. Let me see. Robin says you really might not want to mess with BJ because I know him.
Hey, Miss Robin.
I know him.
Uh-oh. Let me see. Then she said BJ will have your head spinning, so trust me. And she's crying laughing. Now I'm gonna answer this question and then we're gonna move on to the next one because I think that one's gonna spark some interest. A lot more than this. I also chose that I would want my wife to work. I agree with Danielle. In my household, we have our joint account that pay all the bills, and then we have our separate accounts for our fun money. We do that to separate. You want your nails done. If I'm not paying for it, you pay for it. That's, because when it comes to things that I want, like primary example, I bought a 4K TV because my wife she didn't want one. She said we didn't need one. So I had some side money. I went and bought it. It's like those things that you want to pay for, those things that you need, well, not necessarily need, your wants. Because at the end of the day, we making sure all these bills paid. Outside of that, yeah, we can come to an agreement on fun stuff. But if it's just one of those things like, when I buy stuff, cameras, heck, the camera that's hooked up now to this bad boy, I bought that because I knew it won't come out of our actual joint money. Because at the end of the day, when it comes to my side money that I have that I put to the side, I can buy whatever I want without having to ask questions. So
that's teamwork right there. I like that.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, we made. What'd you say, Queen?
Nothing.
You made me scoot up. I'm trying to hear you. What you say? Speak up. I couldn't hear you. I can argue with you too.
Question mark at the side money thing. That's all.
You got a question mark. What's your question about the side money?
I don't know. I don't know. That's just kind of strange to me.
Well, I say this. So side money. So for example, if you and your husband only have one account, this is number one reason why a lot of people do side accounts. How do you buy him a gift if both of y'all checking the account?
I'm just gonna take the money out.
But you ain't telling them what it's for, though, right?
I don't have to. Just trust me. At least if it's not a super huge purchase, because we've done it before.
Okay. Wait a minute. Okay, so
birthday party for me. He took the money out. I figured it was for a good reason. I knew it was somewhere around my birthday. I didn't think anything of it at that point, but eventually it came out. He wouldn't do that in any other case. Or
so
if we're trying to surprise each other, we may have to throw out little white lies and say, this is what I'm doing in that case. But there is no money. That's how you got niggas out here want to get hotel rooms and all that crap, because it's their money and they out here sneaking out and do
what?
What do you need it for?
Church finger. Well, okay. So I got something for you. Perfect response to that. How can you say? You said that you trust him. Y'all trust each other to just take money out and not discuss it, right? So how come y'all can't trust each other to have y'all own accounts? What's the difference?
Need that? Why do we need it though?
Well, I'm just saying that's y'all. I'm not questioning what y'all do, but you're saying that you're questioning. Not dude. Hi, baby. You're questioning what others are doing with their side money, but at the end of the day, they both have to do with trust. Because if y'all are discussing what's coming out of your account,
I'm just trying.
Then there's no difference except for I don't have to lie to my spouse to try to buy her a gift.
But you're lying anyway.
No, I'm not. How am I lying?
You could possibly lie anyway. If you
Well,
got
no, but we can't. But there's trust there. Why would I have to possibly lie?
well,
What you
you
mean?
don't have to do that though. If the money is there and we are discussing things with regards to the money, like I said, the only time that happened between my husband and I is when he was trying to surprise me for my birthday.
Let me have it, bro.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Eat her up, man.
Let's just spin this a bit.
Because I just figured, what is it? What do you need it for, other than
Okay.
able to go and purchase your own personal things and not tell her or whatever.
Great. What if you're not on the same page financially, and it's a mutual? Hold on.
Yes.
And it's a mutual safeguard, because you meet us money allows for you to make sure that everything gets paid for and somebody don't go ham. Everybody doesn't have the kind of self-control that you and your spouse may or may not have. Iron in your pockets, I don't really know. But some people need to have their money allotted out immediately to the bill paying account, and then whatever is left they can trick off because they don't know how not to spend money. So you meet us money may make the best sense for that relationship. Now you can get in your bag all you want about how it shouldn't be you meet us money, but sometimes you meet us money makes sense. Just like a dude that goes out twice a week, for some relationships that's unacceptable. For their relationship, that just makes sense. That's part of who he is. That's part of their arrangement. It works best for them because they don't like being each other's face. But 5 days out the week, they need 2 to relax, miss you a little bit, and then want to come home and do something frisky. That's what they need. So there is no right answer, but you shouldn't act like every option outside of what you do is absolutely abhorrent, because it's not. It works and it makes sense.
You're very aware of the fact that I didn't say that. I had a question mark with regards to why you, Terrence, in particular, had.
Well, but I did answer it though.
You did, and I didn't even say anything. I just said, okay.
Well, you said you didn't agree.
I don't agree, but we don't agree. Our perspectives are different, and that's fine. What works for my family is what works for my family, and what works for yours is what works for yours.
So basically, y'all can lie in y'all bank account, and I can possibly lie in mine. Basically, what it comes down to.
Ultimately, we're gonna talk about that though, because it's out there. Whatever money's coming out, it's out there. You can't lie too long with your.
I don't have to.
You can go out and do what it is that you want to do, because nobody will ever know.
But that's the thing. You get married and you're supposed to trust them. So at the end of the day, there's no issues there.
Right.
There's no trust issues. There should not be any trust issues when it comes to that money.
That's why that money's right there, where both of us can see.
Hey, just saying. So we're gonna go back to the comments here. Felice said, I can have an account myself for once. At the end of the day, many couples don't mean the value of a relationship and quit. Being that man who had a joint account, it got drained during divorces. I'd have a joint and my own just in case. Mm-hmm. And let me see. I thought I saw some other ones. I saw some folks saying, let's see. Yes. Robin, I'm not sure what you're talking about. You said go back to school and get your knowledge together quickly.
She's warning y'all that you need to have your arguments together if you're going to go back and forth with me. What's the problem?
Nothing.
I'm sick of you and your shiny forehead. Don't do that to me right
now. Let me see. Hold on. And then Leonard says, you definitely need safeguards in relationship. Love is unconditional, but relationships are not. People work hard, and relationships unfortunately come to an end sometimes. If that day comes, we both need to be able to leave whole.
High five, bro. That's what I'm talking about.
Hey, I believe. Hey, I trust in that too. Cause let me see. Hold on. And then Danny says, my mama always. Oh wait, hold on. I'm sorry, Danny. I'll come back to yours. I was clicking on yours. Tree said, my mom always told me to keep me a stash on the side.
Wise woman.
And then Danny said, does having the ability to lie for short term versus lying long term make a difference?
Yeah.
I never said. Hey, for me, I never said I was gonna lie. So I'm assuming that was directed towards you, Queen.
It is directed toward me, because I was speaking of that particular situation. He wasn't going to reveal right away to me why he took that money out. I'm not looking at it and I'm like, oh my God. But within the day or two, it was discovered that he had spent a lot of money to try to surprise me for my birthday. So it was there. But in the event that I do look in the account and I'm like, okay, babe, I can see it. It's right there. So there is no story. There is no, what are we doing here? And before we do anything like that, we're having those discussions to talk about things that need to be done. So that's just it. It's vulnerable. It's very vulnerable to put yourself out there financially and have this account where money is coming in and you can constantly see it. But it just works better for my family. That's it.
There we go. We'll let her live right there. It works better for her house. High five, Queen.
Thank you.
All right. Blackout said the Bible said we are one. Division sets in easy.
I care nothing about what the Bible says in this particular
BJ.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying, if we're going to use the Bible as a reference, we're going to have to talk about the whole damn thing. Like, hey, take your baby, sacrifice it real quick. Your firstborn child. I ain't doing that either. So if I'm not doing that, then I'm not listening when the Bible talks about money. Let's move on.
All right. So next, we're going to have some more. I already know we're about to have some fun with this.
Let's get it.
Especially Queen. I know you got a response. I know you do. How much control should your stay-at-home wife have over the finances? Now, of course,
talk about
this was asked to both men and women. And in regards to this, I thought this was really interesting. So I'm trying to get back to this now. I actually backed out, messing with Queen, arguing and stuff. She made me back out of my questions.
Sorry.
Trying to come for me, girl. Don't come for me. I'm drinking tequila today, dang it.
Oh,
So the first response says more than you. Of course, this was geared towards the both of them said more than you. So in response to the men said that 6.9, actually I'm sorry, the women, 6.9%. They felt that they should have more control over the money. Actually, I'm backwards. 10% said they should have more control over the money than the man if she's a stay-at-home wife. 6.9% for the men said that they should have more control. For the next one was equal to you. 68.97% of the men said that they should equally control the money. 75% of the women said that it should be equal. And then underneath the women, less than you, it was 12.5%. The women stated 12.5% that they should have less than the man. And for the men, they said 24% said they should have less than the man. Oh. And then nobody said none at all. Actually, I'm sorry. There was 2.5% of the women said that the stay-at-home mom should have no authority over the money at all. So Queen shaking her head. But we're going to go back here. Wait, look. No, we're going to go to BJ. Go and set it off, BJ.
Oh, hell.
Hey, we're going to switch it up. We're going to let the men go first.
Okay. Well, you go first then.
Okay. That's fine. So I actually stated that the woman should actually have less than the man in regards to the control over the finances. I'll explain that later if we get to it. No, because it's going to make sense, but I don't want to spill the beans now because it's going to make sense later while I say it. But I stated that the female should have less control over the finance than the man. That's me. BJ, you up.
Okay.
You said guys first.
All right. I guess I gotta be honest. I think it's equal because the way in which I spend this money affects us equally. Now, granted, I may earn it, and I believe that when I'm in a relationship that I'm the head of that household. I'll maintain veto power if she's wilding or want to do something ridiculous. But for the most part, I feel like it should be equal. Hey, I want to do X, Y, and Z. Either I'm going to say hell no or she going to say hell no. If there's an absolute hell no, ain't nothing popping. Because it affects both of us. If I make a poor decision and I weigh my decision higher than hers and I just go do it, she got to suffer because I made a poor decision as well.
Absolutely.
But like I said, I maintain veto power. Is how I feel. If she's better equipped to handle the money, let me say that part. If she's better equipped for it, that's what she do. She great. She a coupon queen. She get everything for the low. Just all I need is basketball shoes, clean drawers, and some new uniforms. Like I ain't really that. I'm super serious. I'm not really that complicated.
I believe.
So I'm more towards the even than me dominating the income. Personally.
Okay. So before I have you ladies go, I'm gonna hit the comments real quick. Danielle said, "I don't think she should have any, honestly." Let's see. Kay says equal. Corey stated, "The wife is cool, and I'm the C." Oh, never mind. My bad. She's the COO, and I'm the CEO. I'll bring it home, and she'll let me know where it needs to go. So clearly, she's running the money, I'm assuming there. And then Terrellin says, at BJ, that response is perfect. And King says, I feel whatever works for you. So let's see. Last time, so Queen, you're up because since we're going back down, we're going down.
You're so flat.
I'm still sober, seriously. I'm just having fun.
Sober-ish.
No, I don't
with
feel
that
it.
tequila.
Maybe later when it's time to go to bed.
DJ, the perfect response. I think it should be equal, regardless if she's not bringing the income. Like BJ said, if she's better with managing the money and you guys can agree. Because as BJ said, ultimately, if your decisions can affect the household, then it should be equal say so. So I'm in agreement with BJ.
No. Don't you take that piece. I still maintain veto power. You got to say that part too.
Yeah, you left that part out.
I'm not going to do that. I'm not going that far, but equal.
Yes, ma'am.
The answer is equal.
Okay. Well, clearly, Erica, you're up.
Go to work.
All right, so y'all might not like my answer, but of course it's situational. Before I say anything, it's always situational. It depends on the people in the relationship. However, I feel like if the man is bringing in all the money, the female should have less of a say-so. The reason why I say this is because I like for a woman to bring in money. I can't. I don't believe in a woman not bringing in any type of money and then expect to have a 100% say-so or equal say-so. Like, yes, we should be able to talk and have discussions and come to agreements. But what is it going to look like if you bringing in all the money and you want to do something and then I say no? Like, to me, that doesn't make sense. Now, if something were to happen, like, okay, I'm just choosing to be lazy. Like, I just don't want to work. I'm going to let my man take care of me. I don't care what nobody say. And then my man come home with all this money and he's like, hey, babe, I want to go get this car. You can't be doing that because I want to do. No, shut up. You don't have a say-so. Like, you just don't. That's why I believe, going back to having your joint account and your separate accounts. Both of y'all should be bringing in money, whether he wants you to be a stay-at-home mom or not. Nowadays, you have a super mom. I can sit up here, I can cook, I can clean the house, can be immaculate, you can still be sex, great, and I'm going to bring in money. Like, whether I'm working at home on the computer, whether I'm driving for Uber, or whether I have a 9-to-5. So if I'm not bringing in money, I shouldn't have a say-so. Honestly, that's how I feel about it, because there's too many ways for you to be bringing in money.
I just want to give you a little.
No, Mr. Equal. No, stay your equal ass over there.
You were supposed to reach out equally hard and give me a hug.
So Ken don't agree with you. Ken don't agree with you, Erica. But that's cool.
Oh well, Keon.
Oh my bad. I was saying it wrong. Keon, my fault. Danielle said yes to Erica. She agrees. Let's see. Emerson says, I always figured that if both people are working after the bills are paid evenly based off a couple of dynamics, At the end of the day, as long as you're not breaking the bank, spend your own money.
Yes.
I don't care what he says. He's wearing a Mad Hatter hat, and I like it. So I agree with whatever he says.
Stupid.
Whatever he says, I'm down.
Gerald says Erica preach. And then came back with all about that double income. And then let's see. Danielle came back again. Exactly. Tell it, Erica. They loving your response. I didn't even get no, you know what? I'm going to wait.
You didn't go into detail.
I know. I got to wait because my detail is going to make more sense on the right question on why I gave that answer. That's why I didn't want to give it down. So, because me and my brother Blackout and my wife had the conversation because she was shocked with my response. And then I had to break it down to her. And she said, okay, that makes sense.
Mm.
So let me see. Then Demetria states, yes, Erica. It's supposed to be yes. Put the A in there. Yeah.
Why do you say that so well? I'm having 3-on-1 for the rest of the show.
You know what, BJ? I'm going to mute you in like 2.5 seconds. You're going to be on punishment. He says, Erica, what if they come to an agreement for her not to work for reasons other than her just not wanting to work? I think she already kind of answered that. She said it's situational. But I'll let you say that.
Yeah, if you guys come to that agreement and for whatever reason he's saying, you know what, just don't work, okay, cool. But like I said, you can still be a stay-at-home mom and still bring in money. There are too many things that you could be doing online and getting paid for it. Like, you should never, as a woman, you should never put yourself in a situation to where the man is the only one bringing in income, period. That adds too much stress to the man, for one. And as a woman, if something were to go wrong and he decided to put you out on the street, now you're looking dumb because, oh, my man didn't want me to work, so I didn't bring in any money. No, you're still, just like stated before, like BJ said, you're a liability now. You were paying bills before we got together. So now you think that we're together, you don't have to bring in any money? No, you're setting yourself up for failure.
Or to add to that, oh, Lord. Who is that? Who's echoing?
You.
That ain't me. That's one of y'all. It ain't me. No, but to add to that though, too, not to say that they shouldn't work, but I think that in my personal opinion, you definitely have to bring in money nowadays because jobs are not guaranteed. So somebody lose a job and y'all ain't got no money, that's a herder. Or a disability, which can happen anytime at a gig or accident or whatever. I work in claims. I will handle accidents all the time. Boy, I've seen some crazy things. I handle bodily injuries. People being out of work, I worked the claim just to kind of get off subject. Dude was off work for more than 6 months. Literally a $600,000 medical bill. So, there's a lot of crazy things that can happen. In regards to work. Yes, you can save money, but if it's dual incomes are good, especially nowadays. Just putting that out there just to push. But Jamone stated, look, if we both work, we should have a joint account for all bills and a separate account, 80% of pay and joint account from both. The rest go to the separate account. That's the old topic, but that's what's up. And then is it Feliz, like Feliz Navidad?
Feliz Navidad.
He said, I like that, Erica.
Just call him Cleveland.
Cleveland. There you go. Okay. And then Keon said, bruh, wrong. I don't know who that's for.
It's for me.
But you a female.
What's that mean?
Bruh. Well, he said, well, maybe he didn't.
You ain't never been like, bruh.
I'm sorry, I didn't know. Clarify yourself, brother. Gerald says Erica killing them. Boy, y'all done brought some folks on here, boy. Y'all got some backup cheerleaders and everything. I need to start getting me some more cheerleaders. I'm about to stop doing the show. I'm just gonna be the
one.
You have one.
You're only authorized one.
Yep.
Hey, look now.
I'm trying to help you out. Last week you called the.
Don't bring that up. Why are you bringing it up?
I didn't say it.
You know what? BJ, you try to get muted. Leonard says, see, this woman got the right idea. And then let's see. let's see. Kay came back and stated, in my situation being because my boyfriend deploys and his son constantly changes schools, we decided I would stay home and take care of the boys, the house, the bills, and choose to work at home. I can have my own money, which I think is important as well. So yeah, I agree. That's what's up.
What we got next?
Hey, hold on. Okay, yeah. So we done with that. On to the next one. My bad. Hold on. Let me take your response off. Okay. Y'all probably can't see it no more anyway. So the next topic was, if the wife's salary was higher than the man's, would you allow him to be a stay-at-home dad? Or for the men, would you think about being a stay-at-home dad, which was the question. So percentage-wise, of course, the first response was yes. For the men, 10% stated that they would stay home.
I hate all of them.
For the women, 35% said yes, that they will let the man stay at home. There were 55% men that said no. 42% of the women said no. 34% of the men said maybe. And 22% of the women said maybe. So we're going to switch it up this time. Look at that. Boy, Danielle, boy, she be on it. Boy, as soon as I read the question, she respond. Hey, I'm not sure if it's Cheryl or Cheryl. Cheryl. I'm going to go with Cheryl. The voting is over, sweetie. I'm sorry. That was like, we did it for like a week.
I got you, Littles. I'll email you personally next time. I'll inbox you.
All right. And then Danielle said nope right off the bat. Nope. Not happening. Well, we already knew your answer because you said that earlier before we even got to the question. And then Demetrius states, everybody cheering on Erica. Yep. Surely is. All right, so we're gonna try to switch this up this time. Let's see. Queen. Why you look like that? You ain't been on here in like what, 2-3 weeks?
I know.
You should have a lot to say.
I'm sorry. Yeah, no. My husband's not staying at home unless he absolutely has to. And I'm fine with the whole double standard and all that because nobody's saying that double standards are horrible. They exist. Yeah. Can you come back to me?
I'm gonna mute you. I'm kidding. I'm
very long-winded, and I'm trying to give everybody an opportunity. But I can go on for hours and hours about this particular topic. So I'm remaining.
Okay, that's fine. Go ahead, Erica. You want to go? Go ahead and get your cheerleaders ready to start throwing the pom poms and stuff.
Here you go. Don't do that. They might not agree. I don't know. All right. So no man should want to stay at home. Let me just go ahead and put that out there. But all these females and guys, they claim to be equal opportunity. Just a few questions ago, we were all, yeah, let the woman stay at home, raise the kids, blah, blah. A man can do that too then. If you're so comfortable with staying at home, cooking and cleaning, then you should also be comfortable with your man doing that. Because, okay, it doesn't matter who brings in the most money, in my opinion, okay? Since y'all want to put all the money in one pot, let's put all the money in one pot now. If all the money's in one pot, and for whatever reason, that man is going to stay home and take care of that household and that woman works, what's so wrong with that? I don't see anything wrong with that. If I'm the breadwinner, or if my husband's hurt, or even if we're in a situation where, my husband or whoever, he's like, you know what, babe, I want to go ahead and start up my own business. I'm going to need that time, that commitment. I'm going to need to just take a break from this 9 to 5 and get invested in that. That's an investment. Go ahead, honey. You stay at home, cook and clean, but you're going to continue to strive to be better. It's not going to be long term, but you can go and do that.
Why can't
I don't see a problem with it? Huh?
Why can't it be long term? Why is there a stipulation on whether it's
okay, or it could be. Or it could be if you're just sitting around being a bum, then it can't be long term. You're not just gonna say that you're gonna start this business and then you're actually home and you're not doing anything. Then that would make it long term, then there's a problem. However, if I see that, you're gonna, just like a female, if you're gonna stay home, go ahead, queen. Come on in. You've been hiding over there. You've been hiding over there.
Go ahead and say that. And maybe
you need somebody to spark your mind, huh?
Maybe because I think a lot of women. Oh, I hate this, and I hate this, but I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Black women.
Now we got stereotypes.
No, it's not necessarily a stereotype. I think it's okay to understand that men and women are genetically, physically, emotionally, all that shit. We're different. And that's okay. It is okay. A man, in my eyes, we want to talk about the man being the head of the household and he's strong and he got muscles and he can lift this and go fix this and go out there and do your thing. No, sir. You have a dick and balls. And on each side of them boys are 2 pockets and they should be full. You are supposed to make sure that you are protecting. You are protecting. You have a role and women have a role. Let's stop it with this equal thing, period. Because
I'm not saying that there are no roles. Like, it doesn't make a man less of a man to be at home and take care of the kids. Like, I don't think that makes him less of a man.
I'm not created for that. Women are made. Women were made to be helpmates, to be nurturers. We have maternal instincts, and
not every woman.
Okay. My opinion, a man has a role, and men and women are looked at differently. If you out working and you out fixing cars and I got to take out, it's different things that women are expected to do, and there's different things that men are expected to do. When I get my ass up, you better be getting your ass up out of here too, because you still have a responsibility. I'm going to look at you. If I'm going to look at you as the head of the household, you better carry yourself in that manner of the head of the household. What makes you the head if me and you doing the same damn thing? Unless you are working a business from home, then I can deal with that. But I am still comfortable in me being a woman, and maybe I'm old school or whatever it is that you want to call it. I'm fine with the whole, I'm fine with being a housewife. I'm fine with bringing in money and all of that. We're too protective of ourselves emotionally, and that's where it gets to. It gets to the point where it's like, well, what if he leave? And what if we're the only people here in America that feel that way. You go to other countries and they're working just fine. And their housewives and their men going out there and killing sheep and mules and killing bears and all this other stuff. It's
bear killing.
No, because a lot of them in poverty.
Bear killing. That's what you went to make your point.
It is okay for men to be looked at in the way that they are looked at. When you even say to me, when you say men, the word men, there are expectations there. There are expectations there. There are characteristics that I expect from a man. And there may be some that I expect from a woman. And sometimes they get crossed. And we start saying not so nice words about those individuals where those certain characteristics cross. But nonetheless, whatever works for you ultimately. But in my household, my husband is out walking the dog, as you say. And that's okay. But it ain't, no. A man is a man is a man. And a man should be out, ultimately, for me, taking care of his damn family. You ain't about to sit up all day with your feet kicked up. I don't care. You going to be doing something. Period. And it's not, if he want to stay at home and take care of the kids and I'm out, no. Because you got with that whole, I'm a man. I hate that statement because what does that mean? What does that mean? Because if I go to your house and I treat you less than a man because you sitting up here, because regardless of the fact, I've seen it so many times. Women do that, no, babe, it's okay. And as soon as the argument kick off, you like, with your bum ass, you broke as hell, why? You let him do that though. Why do you expect him to be anything else when you let him sit at home and do nothing and drive your car and no. A man is a man. I'm sorry. You got to be out this house, sir.
I got a question. So in this instance where it says the wife makes more than the woman, I'm sorry, the wife makes more than the husband. I'm sorry, I apologize. I was reading and looking at
I
something
was
else.
gonna say we can invite that conversation into LGBTQ. Hey.
So, in your opinion, and keep it short, Queen.
See?
Hey, I'm just saying. I mean, it's good. This is good. This is good. Clearly, I knew we weren't going to get through all of these because we only got to question 4. And we ain't even got halfway through, and I'm probably gonna have to end it shortly. But I was kind of curious in regards to this because you had mentioned, the expectation of a man, and of course, I had saw something. Actually, I think it was Chris Rock has a stand up on Netflix, and he had mentioned that there's an expectation of a man, and that the first thing that women do when they're dating a woman. Hold on, I'm trying to find it because I took a picture of the response so I can make it right. Or say it right. It was stated that a man is loved under the condition that he's providing something. Do you think that's true? I'm gonna ask. Well, I asked all of y'all since we're kind of talking about, the money, and you kind of touched on this a little bit in regards to supposedly, what a man is, and so on and so forth. And thought.
Can you state the question again? Just the question.
So it was he. Chris Rock made a statement that a man is loved under the condition he is providing something.
I don't get it because a woman is too.
Well, I mean, and I asked that question because, like you were saying in your response, that a man can't stay at home. That doesn't make him a man. So therefore, because he's not providing, so you
have to be doing something. If I don't feel when people say men are supposed to protect, and that doesn't necessarily mean you protect me from a fight or you stop a flying bat from coming at my head. That means providing security. That means that at the end of the day we lean on one another. But there are expectations that I have for my husband. If I'm going to call you the leader, if I'm going to call you the head of this household, why is that? Why am I calling you that? Why am I acknowledging you as the head of the household? Because you're capable of doing what? Because at the end of the day, when it's time to get your hands dirty, go out there and, like I said, walk the dogs, do the heavy lifting, those are commonly expectations for you. And it's little things.
You're proving the point of this statement. You're further bolstering the statement. If he's not doing those things, you don't view him as a man. He's not providing you the ability to not have to do those things. Conversely, women exist and are expected to be loved. If you don't bring anything other than the table than the ability to produce children and have a period, then you're supposed to be loved the same.
Why do you keep saying
specifically itemizing all the things that a man has to do before you respect him as a man? That is bullshit.
That's not why you always say that though, BJ. Every time that
you're itemizing the things that he has to do.
Women are expected to do things as well, but every time a man is called out on the table for being a man, then it's like, but you're expected. No, women have expectations too.
Let's hear them.
A woman.
What are they?
There's plenty of women.
What are the expectations?
To be nurturing to her husband or to her man, to be understanding, to be honest, to be supportive, all that. It's not just about pussy and cooking. You have a role, just like a man has a role. And again, call me old school, whatever it is that you want to. I am very aware of my role as a wife to my husband. And it does not only consist of opening my legs or opening the refrigerator either. I'm only speaking because I know what the hell I'm talking, in my opinion, as a wife. And it's, again, you don't have to demean women just because a woman says, oh, I expect a man to do this. Again, every time a man called out the table,
I just said that you were proving the statement. At no point have I taken a shot at any woman in any way, shape, form, or fashion. I said you were literally itemizing line by line your expectations for a man, and then throughout that explanation, you further solidified that you did not view that man as a man if he did not meet those qualifications, regardless.
Do you have requirements? Do you have expectations that are there, that exist when you're dating someone or when you're looking for someone? They're only expectations. You expect your woman to behave and or behave in a certain manner or conduct herself in a certain manner. You expect her to bring something to the table as she expects you to bring something to the table. They don't necessarily have to be the same thing. And that's the thing. You have men, like I said, when men are called out, they're commonly like, well, all you feel like you have to offer is sex and a good meal. No, that's not it. If you have the right woman, then you will be willing to step up and be the man for that.
Well, we're not talking about the right and or wrong woman. We're talking about broad generalizations, males versus female, penis versus vagina, what the common expectations are. And like I said before, you itemize line by line what your expectations for a man were, which are bullshit because they're only services to you. There aren't any real expectations for the most part when it comes to women for them to be in service.
Are you serious?
Okay, go ahead, Terrence. What were you about to say, Terrence?
Well, y'all about to argue all day. I already know it.
No, I didn't even get my turn yet.
I know we gonna go. It was just a question. I think, and if you haven't watched his stand up, it actually is funny. But he pointed out, I brought that up because of your comment, Queen, because of the fact that, of course, men by most people would not be able to stay at home and basically do the same thing that a woman does and be a stay at home without, consequence or without basically being judged on that part. Because he had also made the statement that women basically are loved just like babies are loved regardless, but men basically have stipulations on the love that they're supposed to get. Is what that was a comment that he made. I thought it was funny, and I thought it was interesting.
True. Oh, hey, little guy. What's happening? My bad. Excuse my language.
He didn't hear you.
All right, we're good then. You gotta let me know when he's roaming. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't know it was coming out. So let me see. Erica, you did or didn't? No, you didn't respond to that. So give me a quick response to that. Then me and BJ need to answer this question. Then I need to hit these comments. And then I'm going to get off here. We're going to do this next week. We're going to finish this on up.
Okay, so based off his statement, I actually think that is true. I do feel that men are expected certain things of, and if they don't provide those things, then they're quote unquote not a man or less of a man. And then you have women, however, who right off rip, we expect that love. Like we really do. A lot of females feel like they don't have to work for that love. You should treat me like a queen. I'm your queen, queen this, queen that. Oh, well, I'm not gonna do that if he don't put a ring on my finger. Like it doesn't make sense to me. Now, if a man comes and y'all are just in a relationship, said the same woman who don't have a ring on her finger, the man comes and he's not protecting you and providing for you like a husband would do his wife, then you're saying he's less of a man or he doesn't deserve your love or whatever the case may be. Like it's never equal. It's never equal. And I don't agree with it. I think it's bullshit, to be honest.
Supposed to be. That's what I'm trying to I don't get that. I don't know if it's supposed to be. Like I said, double standards, and they exist. I never read anywhere that it's necessarily supposed to be. So that's all right. That's just my opinion.
So BJ, you kind of answered this in your rant. So we're gonna skip to the actual question.
All right.
And then we're gonna hit the topic. So should a man be allowed to stay at home if his wife makes more money than him?
If it makes sense for their household and he's comfortable with that and they're comfortable with that, he should be allowed to, without discrimination. The likelihood of that is slim to none. Me personally, I got to get a bag somewhere. I got to do something. That's my makeup as a person. But if it makes more sense, i.e. childcare would cost more than the amount of money that he's capable of making, then you contribute better by staying home and handling business at the house. It just makes sense. I don't really care who does it. But are you going to turn me back loose on this question or are you going to make me be cool?
Be cool,
Wait.
Tiger. Be cool.
Oh, but on the last question?
Yeah, man.
I mean,
y'all gonna go at it all night.
We're not gonna go at it all night because I understand her point of view. What I want to, because she is what she is. She's fairly old school person to the core. That's who she is as a person. So her value system lends itself to that belief. And that's fine. Like, I ain't got no problem with that. What I have a problem with is that we never flip that coin. Like, it's cool for you to have that expectation for men, but the fact that you're okay with it being, in my opinion, wrong, even though I subscribe to some of it, it's wrong that there's an expectation of me to take care of myself, everyone else, and not complain about it. And then when you're talking about females, you're just like, oh, well, you know, she's supposed to be comforting, and well, fuck, let me rub. I'll scratch your scalp. How about that? Is that good enough? If I ain't bringing home a check, if I'm not taking out trash, if I'm not walking you to your car, if I'm not opening doors, if I'm not holding umbrellas, if I'm not moving refrigerators, if I'm not, you know what I'm saying? If I'm not doing all of those things, is that good enough? I was real confident when you came home. I rubbed your back 3 times. Tap, tap, tap. You feel good about your day? Fuck no, it's not good enough. So it shouldn't be good enough for you just to do those things on the flip side of that coin. It's not enough. It's not enough. The expectations for women, other than being kind, pretty, smell nice, comforting, and to make me sound, I cook for my fucking self. I can clean my own house. I can pat my own self on the back. What do you do? Nothing. There is no expectation other than to exist.
Pick me.
Never. Never would I pick you. Never.
No. Okay, so I'm gonna put you on a time limit to respond.
I'm not gonna respond. I just want to ask BJ a question.
Okay.
What do you believe? More so, 2 questions. What do you believe that you are supposed to commit to inside of a marriage? We'll say a marriage. What do you expect to bring? How do you expect your woman to perceive you? And what is it that you expect from your wife?
First off, don't keep giving me these compounded questions. Like, I was ready with the first one, then you hit me with 2 more.
What do you expect to be in your marriage? What do you expect to be in your household, let's say?
A lifetime teammate, the clutch player,
the real MVP.
Yeah, the real MVP. I'll say final decision maker, ultimate support. I don't fall into the traditional role other than you can guarantee I'm gonna give 2,000% to my wife and my family. Now, whatever that takes, whatever that decision may be, no matter how hard it may be, if it makes the most sense for my household, then that's what the hell I'm gonna do. It's very uncomplicated. If it makes more sense for me to be home, I'm gonna hate every second of it. I'm gonna try to find a way I'm gonna learn to cut hair or something in the living room. I'm gonna make some money. But if that makes the most sense for my household, then that's what I'm gonna do. We get stuck in these gender roles and make terrible decisions because we're trying to stay within the parameters of these gender roles, and it's hurtful for the team. It's hurtful for the family. I just have to. My job is to make sure that my family succeeds. Whatever that takes, so be it.
Boom, he's done. All right, my turn. And then we're gonna get these comments because I know I got a lot of comments on here. So I'm gonna say my piece. So just in case somebody want to respond to what I gotta say, you can respond and I'll be able to get to it. So I'm gonna try to keep mine short. I personally feel like there should not be any problem whatsoever for a man to stay at home if his wife makes more money than him, if they agree to do it. He shouldn't be considered any less of a man because at the end of the day, if a woman can do it, a man can do it. Women ask for equal rights, then you ought to offer the same equal portion of it. Now, when it comes to leading the household, depending on what you believe in, we'll talk about that later next week. Hopefully everybody will be available and can come back. If anybody ain't going to be here, we're going to find some substitutes. I already know BJ going to be here. Erica, you going to be here?
Oh, I'm going to be here.
All right, Queen, are you going to be here?
What day? I'm sorry. What day is it?
Girl, Wednesday.
Okay.
Next week.
Yeah.
She going to be here.
I'm sorry.
So we'll definitely finish everything up, but I personally feel like, if there's so much push for women to want equal rights and equal this, equal that, there should not be an issue for that man to stay at home. If you out here making if you a CEO of a company, you making buku money, if it makes sense. Now, me personally, would I want to stay at home? Most likely not, because I get bored. Now, I say this for y'all that don't play video games. 2K got a freaking You heard about it? I'm sure you heard about it. 2K is offering people to play video games at the crib. They got cats at the crib for 6 months making $35,000 playing video games. Really? It's getting real out here. I'm a video game player. That'll be my money. I ain't doing Uber. I sit at home. I watch the kids. I love kids. I have no problem with that. I watch somebody else's kids. We can have a stay-at-home daddy daycare. I ain't tripping. But I'm saying a man, in my opinion, should still have the same equal opportunity if his wife is making a lot of money. Him not making as much money as his wife or bringing in not as much money as his wife makes him no less than a man. No less than a man than it does with him making more money than his wife. He's still a man. Forget you. I will drop you down in the lobby with your thumbs down. Anyways, that's my personal opinion. Hey, if you don't agree with me, that's fine. I'm done. I'm gonna hit these comments and we're gonna keep it moving. Because I think my wife need me probably because she want to cook. So Cleveland says, for me, nope. I believe that a man should work regardless if she's making more money. If a man don't work, he don't eat. I want sirloin. Brother, man, you gotta leave that sirloin alone. Go get you some of that better steak, man.
So you couldn't bring yourself to say filet mignon. I feel like that's what you was
Hey,
little wagyu in your life.
Hey, no shots fired, but he might not know how to spell it.
Okay.
I'm kidding. I don't even know you. Don't shoot me, please. Cherie says, should no man want to stay at home?
Should nobody that's an adult want to stay at home?
What
True.
did Kirk say, BJ? I'm sorry.
Oh, I have no idea why I got up to get out of bed.
Okay.
Well, I'm about to say, I don't think he knows what it says either. He couldn't read it.
I got a lot of ignorant shirts, bro.
Amarva. Okay, she said that's a no for me. A man should be out working. Okay. Let's see. Kay says no. If a man is okay without working, something ain't right. But if a woman is okay without working, ain't no problem. We gonna leave that alone. I would be a stay-at-home dad for my 5-month-old daughter, but I'd build a business big enough to bring my wife home. And I ain't mad at you, brother. Focus. I like that. Let's see. Amanda says, absolutely not. I think that both should work. In the event that one of us is no longer around, how is the other going to support themselves and children if we have them? I wouldn't stay at home, so I wouldn't expect the man to stay at home. That's cool. All right. Keon says he agrees with Erica. Of course you do. Let's see. Sherelle said, I'm not sure what y'all thinking, but being a stay-at-home parent is hard.
We're not saying it's not. Yeah. I'm just saying you can be a stay-at-home parent and bring in money.
Danielle says men plus free time equals disaster. What kind of dude you messing with that's bringing disaster because they free?
Women plus Sephora equals poverty.
Hey, high five on that one. High five.
Man, how about that? We all do, man.
All right. Kay said a man should be the main provider.
Why?
Hustles for nothing. Go lift a car or something. Let's do something.
That ain't provide nothing. The car ain't gonna provide nothing.
Toya gonna do a Fiat.
Latoya says she agrees with Erica. Let's see. Danielle says, where does the black come into play though? That's for you, Queen.
I'll answer it on the next show.
Okay. That's a good response. That means, Danielle, you gotta come back next week. The pockets aren't going to be full as long as there's debt. There are full pockets.
Who can cover the debt though? If he can cover the debt, or in this case, as y'all want to say, he or she.
Bro, we fired you earlier. Why are you still here?
First of all, let me make it clear for you, Mr. DJ. Okay, I am the original. Sincere, could you let him know? I am the original.
Ooh,
Okay.
the original.
You just came on this platform.
Whatever, Craig, you got fired on your day off. He fired you. I didn't fire you. I didn't fire you.
Oh man, y'all stupid. All right, so let's see.
Whatever.
Ryan says, "Get that money, girl." And Ryan says again, because we know BJ ain't getting it. Shots fired. Girl says, Danielle, I knew you were going to say that. Let's see. Kay says she's with Queen. Kay, you've been fired and you no longer can watch the show with Queen.
Both y'all fired. Day off.
Don't do her like that. Don't do
Queen,
her like
you gotta take your one cheerleader right along with you, and she's not coming back. Cleveland says there will never be full pockets as long as there's. Oh, you repeated yourself. That's called living, is what he added to that. No, I didn't. He just said it again.
Oh.
He added more to it.
Okay, Cleveland.
Then Daniel said, don't agree. Example, I don't care if my man cuts the grass as long as he pays for it to be done. We all good. I don't know if that was a shot for you, BJ. I think BJ, didn't you mention grass or something earlier? Cutting grass? I don't remember. It was a long time ago. We get into it. Leonard said women need to learn how to stay out of a man's way, then let him leave. Brother, high five.
Wait, pump your brakes.
Hey, look, this is comment time where you're gonna know your role.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, let's see. Val says, "Hey y'all, what it do?"
Hey, Val.
All right, Mr. McAdoo says, "Yes, that's true, and that's just not for a man." I guess that's for him to stay at home. I guess. Let's see. Ryan came back and said, "Let my wife make more than me, boy. I will be drinking Starbucks. Hell, I will do the dishes, the laundry, and rub her feet." All right now. Danielle came back and said, "Nope." Toya says he was saying that women are loved unconditionally, but a man can only be loved under the condition that he is able to provide.
Yes.
Women, next show.
Hey, that's what we said.
That's what we commented on.
Yeah. So she watched the show too. Toya, just respond if you're still watching. Did you like it? It was a good stand-up. I thought it was pretty good. What you said, Queen? You did watch it?
I watched it, yeah.
Okay. Did you like it?
I did a lot, actually.
Why don't you just play the damn tambourine then?
Hey, look, you gotta play it right though when you play it.
Gonna fight, you know.
All right, Miss McAdoo said, we all provide in a relationship or in a marriage. Provide what?
Provide something. That's what she was saying. Provide something. It's not that men only provide and women just go and kick their feet up. We all have a role.
Some do.
You got
Corey says, Danielle, what in the world? And then she said, hey, Corey. So we're gonna keep moving. I feel like I'm reading a book. Like,
let them go. Let them read it on their own.
Hey, look, I'm gonna skip past all those. Toya says she agrees with BJ. Let's see. Corey said he loves these type of conversations. That's what's up. Keep checking us out, man. Let's see. The main expectation is to be loyal. Expectation for the woman?
Yep.
Is to be loyal, and that's it?
I think she's talking about in general.
Yeah. I think that was a general thing.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. And then she came back and stated, we can't help it that men are so simple-minded, they don't let set line by line expectations. That is not true. And I'm not even going to let BJ respond to that. He didn't even hear it. So
that hurt my heart, and I'm not even a man. Like,
what happened?
I'm gonna read it. Wait, you know what?
No, read it.
No, don't. Keep going.
I'll be cool. I need to hear it.
Hey, I'm just gonna let you hear it. And I'm gonna bring it back up. I'm sorry. I'm a man. I'm not offended, but I definitely don't agree. She said that we can't help it that men are simple-minded and they don't set line-by-line expectations.
Oh.
Keep going. Why you?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Why you? Terrell says exactly. Erica. Keon says they agree 1,000%. That might have been 10,000. I might have missed a zero. Let's see.
Fuck that. Nope. Can't let it go.
Chris said, definitely enjoyed the conversation. We appreciate you. Come back next week. Hopefully we'll be on time. Emerson says, I missed the 2K trials. Sorry, fam. Hey, you're right. I did miss it. Emerson, I didn't even buy 2K this year. I actually bought NBA Live just to try it out, man.
What?
Hey, another conversation. Carolyn says, love this platform you have created to have open conversation amongst men and women. Appreciate you. Keep coming back. Cleveland is laughing. I don't know what he's laughing at. Probably a lot of these comments. Probably that comment down there about simple-minded men. I don't know who y'all dealing with. Hey, I got lists, but I ain't gonna go through it. Carol says, call me old school, but I don't care who makes more money. A man is supposed to work and provide. My wife's salary makes my salary look silly, and I'm just shy of 6 figures annually. But there is no way in hell I'm sitting at home while my wife works. I'm raising my boys to be men and protectors of their family. Ain't mad at you.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Protectors.
Hey, y'all gotta go out and fight some bears. That's how you protect. Bulls and make sure they can protect themselves.
What kinds of
and look, and then holler at us next week on Wednesday and show us your battle scars. Cheryl says, my ex had to stay at home a while I was on deployment, and that didn't make him any less of a provider or a man. He did what he had to do for our household. All right, now, I like her. She can come back. And Toya agrees with Sherelle. Toya, you can come back. Let me see. Okay, you're still not coming back next week. I'm blocking you.
Yes, she is. Stop.
Stay on.
All right. Let's see. Tyler says, I want to be on the next topic. You want to be on the next topic? You mean on the next show?
No.
I think she means sit on the panel.
Oh, got you. Okay. Let me see. Blizz says, women think they need to provide is cooch. Women are going to be love regardless. Men got to bring the moon and the table. Queen going to say something or she going to make a face. I already know it.
Right. She over here with the Millhouse eyebrows.
Blizz can't say nothing. Tell him to get up off this. Block him.
And then, of course, McAdoo came back and said, read it. I did. McAdoo, you're fired.
No.
And look, Eric, I'm firing all your friends. They can't come back.
Why? Because we all have opinions? Like
I'm kidding. But yo, so this gonna be our show for this week. We gonna finish this up. We still got I think 3 other topics, and I will finish my statement in regards to the response about why the man should head over to money. Queen, quit fanning yourself. You ain't hot. You ain't even drank nothing. So we appreciate y'all tuning in. Appreciate all the comments. Follow us next week. We will be back with more things to discuss. And heck, this was so much fun. I might have to come up with another survey. I'm gonna have to think of something. If y'all got something, throw it out there. Heck, I'll do another survey and we can do it, get some responses, because this was actually a lot of fun. So yes, like it. And Blizz just add, can we block you, Queen?
Blizz, no. How bad?
Hey. And see your girl Mac, she coming back talking about the truth hurts. See, I'm about to find you.
Bro.
We love her.
I'm gonna email you a virus so
Listen
you can't.
You come on back next week. You gonna have to talk to me directly.
She gonna come back, and she gonna come back hard.
Hey, that's what's up. But yo, we out of here. We appreciate y'all. Peace.
I want this a Marvin person. I gotta have her back.